3, 2, 1. Hi, everybody. My name's Starfy. I am doing a submission for AGDQ for Star Wars Battlefront 2 Classic, the 2005 version. Gotta specify that we do not run the Classic Collection for various reasons. There are runs that allow the Classic Collection, but that's only on consoles. But basically, if you're playing on PC or you have a computer good enough for like the PC version, highly recommend just playing that version of the game if you can. But Classic Collection on PS4 and Xbox are fine if you want to do runs on those. It's a lot harder to do some tech, but it'd be like that. But for this run, we are doing Rise of the Empire any percent with bonuses, which means having a maxed out profile. And we skip space missions in this category. There's an all missions category that includes space, but we skip space. And from here, we mentioned the maxed out profile, everything we'll be utilizing. We utilize basically almost every aspect of these within the run. The general status lets you like call in 4 troopers with you to follow you, which is very useful on Kashyyyk. Very important to a certain strat called double neutral, we'll talk about when we get there. Got Gunslinger, which gives the most broken gun in the game, the precision pistol, or the PP gun, as a silly little name to give it. It's very powerful, a little broken, very, very essential to the run and just clearing out hordes of rebels and droids throughout the run. The Demolition, which gives you the guided rockets, which is also very useful. We use we both use it for its intended purpose of doing a really fast rocket from a distance to do a big explosion, guided. But we also use it to trigger things early. There are triggers within the game that rely on the player crossing them to spawn things, and it'll cause things to spawn in early, or trigger an objective early. In which case, that would be Magneto, Felucia, and Polis are the big ones. Regular, you don't really use the engineer very much for that purpose in the run. Unfortunately, got defense bonus, war hero bonus, damage bonus, and then the energy recovery, and then vehicle recovery, the beam rifle, all that stuff. We have all that at our disposal. The run has changed a lot in the last year, especially the last few months. A lot of strat developments on a lot of the levels, as well as a lot of movement tech being introduced into the game as a whole, which I hope I'll get to show off some of it. The biggest one that you'll see throughout the run is Dark Trooper movement, and you'll see Infinite Sprint, which Infinite Sprint's a frame-perfect input where if you hold roll press and hold roll the moment your stamina fully depletes, it's frame perfect in single player. If you do it right, you can hold sprint forever. But the easiest way to do it is also using the various setups that are present throughout the game. So throughout the run, we have a lot of setups for it. The only level where we don't have a setup, unfortunately, that we can rely on is Hoth at the start. Jedi heroes also use this a lot. Saber heroes use it a lot, where they can just press block and then do that input, and you just do it right away. It's very easy. But yeah. But there's a lot also fancier movement tech that is utilized mostly CTF. You'll see a lot of CTF, but there's some movement optimizations here in this run. Using a lot of tech that I think I'm the first runner to really fully implement these into the runs as a whole. There's another runner on Neveryear that did some other movement tech, like mid-air resets, but as far as I'm aware, I'm the first to really utilize them fully in runs. I think it's very small optimizations, but a lot of cool stuff. Hope I get to show them. So how I'm gonna do this is for every level, because every in between level screens aren't counted to the final times. So how I'll do this is for every level, I'll try to give a preamble of like how the level typically goes, and then go into it and just do my best to describe it as we go. Just a small blurb. So for Magia, we're going to be firing that rocket, like I said, the Gaia rocket. We trigger a spawn further in the level. That lets the spawn point, command post 4, to spawn early with the command post at the end of the bridge. To let us respawn there, and then as a sniper, and just move to the command post early. So, 3, 2, 1, go. I'll do my best to do a good showing. It's gonna be a little sloppy, just from, like, I'm not used to, like, trying to talk about the run and, like, doing the run at the same time. Right here, you saw what exactly did exactly Gaia rocket, trigger to spawn early, and move up the sniper. We'll get up here. We throw a turret here to attract the attention of enemy droids that spawn. So they don't, like, stall us on the command posts. Then we line up with this heavy, we fire a rocket. I think I missed. Oh, I hit it! I'm cracked! Okay. We hit it. We throw a grenade there to destroy the shield generator the moment it becomes active. If we miss it, we get to destroy as chaotic as normal, just lose a couple seconds, but it's okay. In the context of a AGDQ run, do this. So there's an annoying thing about this particular objective where droids can sometimes spawn next to the command post. Not a lot you can do, but here we do movement tech here. We time everything so that we can just do this. There's a cool movement tech that I do in my routes, but you'll have to see that in my runs. Because it is something I could easily flub. I don't want to cost time in a GDQ run. But maybe. We'll see. Whoa, went too high. I flubbed it a bit, but you got it. I will, like, in the edit, I'll, like, include, like, a clip of, like, how I typically do it. 158's not bad for a GDQ run. Like, it's pretty decent. So, I'll insert a blur, like, a little clip of, like, how I typically do it in my runs. Just so you can see, like, what I'm talking about for movement tech. But from here, we go into Felucia. So, here, we're gonna, based on the spawn. Spawn energy Gaia matters a little bit, unfortunately, but it's just how it is in a run like this. Spawn's heavy. We get our Gaia rockets right and swap to the mines. We use the Gaia rockets to trigger the next objective, killing the Acolytes earlier. We throw a mine here to catch the spawn kill Acolytes that are spawn here. We do this, and I go over here, line up a rocket. Hopefully I hit it. I missed. It saves us a couple seconds of reloading. We hit it. These Acolytes like patrol a little bit. Throw a mine here. There we go. You get the idea. So we wipe out the Acolytes here. Now we spend the next 2 minutes defending the ATTE, but we don't have to do anything. A little secret thing is that there is a hidden command post here. And so in Conquest, there's command posts here typically. And they use this command post to spawn things. Like, across the map for droids. But we can actually capture it. And from here, something I've recently developed into the run. I'll throw down mech hit, and I'll swap to heavy. Check the map. Alright, no droids in the way. So now I go out of my way, I go over here to get myself ready. So what I do is I'll place a mine here. The idea is if we're fortunate and an enemy walks into the mine, or an Acolyte does, next to the turret, it does like half damage. Which doesn't kill it instantly, but saves on grenade, because we use the snail tanks. I use the snail tank to destroy this turret and that upper turret. Then I jump out and kill this last one as Ayla. But right about 38 seconds when I place the first mine here. And then I go out here to catch this Acolyte spawns here so it doesn't get in our way. even if we don't go for sail tank strat, this is still good to do in regular run. Just so you don't have to deal with accolades getting in the way and trolling with... Also, we set our spawn to this one. Command post 2. Ahead of time. Now we just gotta get in a position to pick up the core, like, as soon as it spawns. This is a good time for donations while this is going on. So we line up here. Start this auto-scroller. We sit here. We wait. Yeah, we do this movement, Shin-Chan. Spawns Ayla. Do a little movement on station here. We try to go for sprint jumps up the hill. Kind of messed up a little bit. It's okay. Ayla is very broken with her dash attack. Does a lot of damage. Then we get in the sail tank. I go for a kill here. Accolade got in the way, unfortunately. I missed all of them. But you get the idea of how I do it. So, this is the typical way to do it. And yeah, that's the normal way to do it. I miss, unfortunately, with the sail tank. So I lost some time there, but again, I'm just showing the strats, the various strats we have. Those are 2 different strats I got to show. I missed it, but I missed the sail tank strat, but it's okay. When the 505... So here is very important. We actually switched to friendly fire on. Very important this level for the first objective. So this level as a whole is 8.5 minutes of auto scroll. So a lot of time for donations after we talk about like what we're doing. We just like do a lot of donations here. It's where the bulk of the donations will typically be. So you do this. I spawn as an engineer. I did a lot of like work into like making this strat consistent. And we call it double neutral. I'm going to try to go for it here to show it off. I should be able to get it. The setup going. Whether I actually get it at the very end, I don't know, but we'll see. But I'm going to show all the groundwork, like how we do everything. There is a lot to keep track of, so I won't be able to talk as much. But I have to keep track of a lot. I mean a lot. There's a lot of micromanagement we have to do in this level. It's an auto-scroller, but it's one of those auto-scrollers that can cost you time if you don't manage it correctly. So I gotta pay close attention to what I'm doing. So we're looking for an engineer droid to drag over to command post in the back so it can neutral it. I'm not seeing any engineers. I see one here. Hopefully this assault droid doesn't mess things up. I might die in the tank, actually. This tank isn't gonna last. I might get blown up. It's kind of a risk for me to bother with this, but I'm gonna try it. Let's see how this goes. I'm not gonna jinx anything. Oh yeah, we push a droid all the way over here. For the first, which is called signal neutral. It's the first step. We gotta make sure this droid doesn't die. So what I do is we do a little spin. We spin. And what this does is keeps breaking the line of sight the clones have on this droid. So they can't like get a clear lock onto it. And so here we go. We got the first neutral, but now we kill our teammates so they don't recapture. Yeah, this tank before it blows up. Take this tank. Blow it up. Blow this up. I have to pay attention to that command post there so you don't capture it. Make sure our teammates don't get in the way. They're capturing over here. A little earlier than I would like them to, but we'll manage it. Oh, teammates are back here. I gotta deal with them. Okay, now I get over here. This is pretty bad. It's a game over if I mess up here, so I gotta be careful. I gotta manage this command post, get it just capture enough. And then I'm gonna keep edging out here. I'm gonna edge out this command post. Killing droids so they don't, like, capture. Really good job so far. 5, 4, and now we blow ourselves up. And to spawn in the back like as soon as possible too. And because we capture enough of it, the droids can't capture quick enough to capture it before... Yep, no, we got double neutral. And so from here, we're looking for a commander. Found a commander. So for this level, from here on, now since we got double neutral going, so later in the level, the game typically forces every command post that was friendly up here in the first, like, auto-scroller, the beachhead and back here, to be CIS controlled, because they want you to go capture all of them. However, there's a quirk in the game. There is a quirk where if they are neutral, it won't instantly flip them, but instead it'll progress them to be red. Which means you can interrupt it, and your teammates can still, like, capture it until, like, the objective fully switches to capturing them. So that's what we take advantage of. So from here, we have to do a lot of micromanaging, so I have to manage these tanks, capture the command post in the rocks, so you can capture at any time, and it will stay captured even when the mecha swaps. But the droids can still recapture it, so that's gonna be a thing later. We have to manage, you'll see. But we dealt with the tanks here. We're gonna destroy this, and we're gonna go capture here, and we're gonna chill. And so, fun note, the only threat to the oil refinery are the snail tanks. The droids can't do enough damage by themselves to even, like, scratch the oil refinery. But the snail tanks can destroy it, like, within, like, half a minute to a minute, if you're unlucky. So from here, I am going to be keeping a commander close to take them to the beachhead. And while we're doing that, I'm going to be defending this. I'm going to clear out these turrets so that the droids don't kill our Oomfies. I'm going to damage the Spider Walker. I'm not going to kill it until the last 50 seconds. So they doesn't, like, just kill our teammates. And while we're doing that, we're going to keep a lookout for clone commanders and snipers that spawn. Those two are the best we can get. Okay, it's low enough so we can not have to worry about it. Hopefully we should be seeing, like, a spawn soon. So we gotta do a lot of micromanaging. I gotta do this now again. We have to do that because every 20 to 30 seconds... Every 20 to 30 seconds, this tanks will start taking damage if it's not occupied. And it'll eventually self-destruct if you aren't, like, paying attention. We can leave it alone, it's fine. We do this again. I'm not seeing anybody else we can use, unfortunately. Check the minimap. Alright, then we'll start setting mines at, like, 38 seconds, and then we'll start dipping. So, do this. And then we go ahead and get in the tank. Alright. And we're gonna push our teammates over to the beachhead. Even after all the work that's been put into, like, making this consistent, unfortunately, it can still be a little inconsistent. It's just how it is. Sometimes your teammates like to run off early. We might get lucky. Alright, so now we leave at 5 seconds. Line ourselves up. Get in position here. And we didn't get double neutral. Our teammates ran off a bit. But you see all the setup we did. So we got unlucky. That's okay. It happens. We still got to show all the setup. So hopefully we get to show this in GDQ. If not, okay. I'm using the Gaia rockets to protect the command post over there, because even though it's captured, the droids can still, like, capture it. So it'll still count for us to, like, complete the objective at the end. But the droids can still capture it, or neutral and even capture it. So we have to pay attention to that command post and defend it while we're capturing everything else. So what I talked about this level is a lot of micromanaging. This is it. But, that said, once we, like, if no droids on that command post there, and we get to neutral this, we're in the clear. Unless there's multiple droids approaching. Yeah, we're good. That's how a typical Kashyyyk goes. That's a perfect showing. So, all that stuff for double neutral stays is 15 seconds. This level can be very rough, so it's pretty good that I got to show the level, like, how it typically goes. I'll show you, like, how it goes. So, Underpass had a lot of developments. So, we use a different strat at the end. You'll get to see what that is. We make use of the insta-swapping we saw on Megio, but tenfold. We do a lot more of it. So, yeah, hope to get to show it here. 3, 2, 1, we go. I need water after this level. Udapau is one of those levels where you can lose like 15 to 20 seconds to the spawns. If you get the worst spawns on all 3 spawn sets. We got lucky here. I'm going to do a thing called one of the rock jumps here. Where if you use the rocks either next to the medical droid or on the far right. To jump up to the rocks there and then jump up to here. Which is faster than walking up the ramp. That one's harder to do by the med droid, but I'm pretty consistent at doing it. So from here, we set up an infinite sprint. Final hit's okay. We lower stamina just enough, and then we run off and get infinite sprint. And from here, we run down the road. Hopefully this AAT has a trollus or this assault droid. There's a lot of droids on the highway. I might have to kill them. This is a real risk for me to be doing, but we came out okay. So we gotta quickly kill these droids. No droids allowed. Sorry. Bye. Die. And from here, I'm just gonna chill here. Our spot is Obi-Wan here, so... We got a bad spawn at Obi-Wan. A lot of spawn RNG, unfortunately. It's the least costly of the 3. But it could still be rough. Alright, so we're about to come up on the hardest boss in the game. This is the hardest part of the game, easily. No part of the game is harder than this. We gotta really pay attention to what we're doing here. Alright, so I gotta line this up perfectly. I gotta rush Grievous. Gotta rush him. Gotta rush him down. You can't be loud. Alright, GG. Shake my hand. That's Grievous. So now here's the cool thing. So here we can set turrets here. We destroy this turret from here. We do a lineup here. I'm gonna try to like slow it down a little bit so it's easier to see. I use pistol it down so it stays down. That's taking advantage of the turret's behavior. And then we do some quick shopping here to quickly burst down the core. This manuing is very hard. But yeah, we can kill the core so fast doing this. I slowed it down so you can see exactly what I'm doing. So for that right side turret, it will always point down when you shoot at with a rocket, but sometimes it jitters a lot after you first fired a rocket at it and starts getting close. So we just shoot the pistol. Use the pistol to shoot it down a bit to keep it down just a little bit, just enough to buy the rocket time to reach the turret. That's something I like to put some work into to figure out. I need water real quick. I need some water. Give me a second. Whew. I've been talking non-stop. Alright, so for Coruscant is arguably one of the hardest levels in the run. It's arguably one of the hardest. Turret clips are... If you've ever played Ratchet & Clank or seen a Ratchet & Clank speedrun, you know what a turret clip is. Shout out to Ratchet & Clank, I love those games. Turret clips are present here, you'll get to see them. And you get to see a fancier one later that only I do. That's pretty neat, I like. But this one is like... These can, like, be really rough. Hopefully I show them first try, no problem. But GDQ, if I miss the turret clip, I'm gonna have to abandon it. That part's a little scary. I didn't manage my stamina very well. Oh, goodness. They're spawning the floor. Eddie fell through the floor. Hey, yeah, you get to see the... Oh, go no. Oh, that Jedi's gonna troll me. Yeah, sometimes they spawn in the floor. No one knows why that happens. It just happens. Jedi loves spawning in the floor and then falling through. You get headcanon as, like, that Jedi survived Order 66 by clipping through the floor. You go through here, throw a grenade here, and we wipe out these Jedi, and then, like, this first wave of Jedi in, like, 50 seconds. 10 to 15 seconds. Depending on our luck. Mostly depends on if they're block spamming or not. Now we go, this first turret clip's very easy. There's a backup if I miss it, but... Since I'm a gamer, I should get it. Yep, first try on the clip. Now, the second clip is harder. This clip on all 3 ways to do it is very difficult and very annoying. Hopefully I get this first try. I think I messed up. This is a little difficult. I have to recognize when it's not gonna work and try another one. Yeah, my mouse flicked as I threw it. Alright, this should work. Yep, there we go. We should have time to get in position. I'm not gonna have time to, like, do some other steps, but it's okay. Ah! Rocket jump scare. I didn't reload, it's fine. We wipe out these Jedi as quick as we can. Then so friendly fire helps to keep the Jedi under control. They like to kill each other a lot. They do the dirty work for us. Alright, so I'm here. I damaged myself with a rocket. To skip respawning. Throw a mine here, throw a mine there, and then we throw a mine here to insta-kill the Jedi at the end. Alright, so get here, we sprint to the end. And then I fire a rocket at my feet. That's pretty perfect, actually. That's pretty good showing here. We spawn in the back here. Got an unlucky spawn, we should still get in position. So, we might not have time to hit this, so I don't try it. Gotta hit the infinite sprint setup here. We're at pretty good pace here, actually. This is really good. Then we run out the store. Hopefully the temple cars don't, or the other Jedi don't trigger it. They did, unfortunately, so our mine's not there anymore. We got unlucky. That happens. Now, this is like 10 seconds, but that's fine. We wait, we capture this early, spawns Anakin, and if we have to... Ooh, this is bad. Oh, this is bad. We're getting so locked. Yeah, see, this is a very sketchy part of the level. It can be very dangerous, because you get stun locked. No matter how good you are, you can get stun locked pretty hard if you're unlucky. So that's why it's very important that we get that mine. I got unlucky there. The setup didn't prevent that happening. That's okay. It can happen. So now we turn friendly fire back off, and we never see it again for the rest of the run. So Naboo, it's pretty straightforward level. Not a lot to talk about. There's some cool movement with Dark Trooper where we ride the roof. We surf the roof. This is the part of the run where we're gonna start seeing Dark Trooper movement be pretty prevalent. But first we have to get through its command post. This could be pretty lethal with command post if you're not careful. You can get killed here if you aren't paying attention. But it's pretty easy, not too bad. Just wipe out the... This is way harder than no bonuses. So here, we line up. There's a movement tech where you, as a Dark Trooper, where if you cancel your jets as you're about to hit the ground, or hit a surface, you'll slide across the ground. And we take advantage of that a lot in the run. Like here, for example, we ride the roofs here, double jet jump. We cancel at the last second, and beautiful, I hit it. Very fancy tech. I didn't jet jump here because I'm yapping a lot, but you get the idea. My brain is tipping over some stuff because I'm yapping a lot. So I'm not used to it. Yapping so much when I'm typically would be focusing. So we kill all the rebels, and we start... We kill the rebel scum, and now we line up here. We do this. Then we do a double jet jump. Then we do a jump here. That tank can be really scary. Sometimes it's already active by the time we get there. We're gonna let that rebel get in the tank so it just leaves. That tank control is really hard for unlucky. So it's gone now. And we line up here. You're gonna see something really cool. I'm gonna pay attention for a second. I'll describe after. You roll, quick swap, do this. Throw a grenade here. And throw a grenade here. 3, 2, 1. I did it too early. No! Oh man. So I made a mistake. I actually messed that up for the first time ever. I'll show a clip of like how it's supposed to go. I'm really consistent at it, but I just goofed it. My brain got all scrambled from yapping a lot. But I'll show a clip right after this level's over. In the edit. So you can see how it's supposed to be done. I messed it up bad. Like... a lot of nerves from just talking a lot, so...
With the queen.
I'm not used to it. But yeah, this is the point where I'll show like what I'm supposed to put, how that's supposed to go. And now we're out to Mustafar. So Mustafar is... can be a sleeper killer of the run if you're not careful. There's a very hard movement at the start. Or you do a stinger jump. A lot of tricks here, so I'll do my best to describe it as I go. Some new developments as well, I'll show off as well. Alright, so I'm gonna go out of my way to show it off here. So, let's call it a stinger jump. Ooh, I missed it. Ooh, I barely missed it. I goofed it. Nerves are getting to me a bit. I'm not used to this. So that's... okay, got a second try showing it. So... it's called a stinger jump. I'm not sure why it's called a stinger jump. But, let's see jump... it saves a few seconds of walking around. Which you typically would have to do in this level. But from here, that's sketchy. I don't like that droid. What's that droid doing? Stop! Why are you trolling me? Just stop that. I only fire one. I think it shows pizza strat. Where you saw me throw that grenade. If we do the right lineup, we can... wow, I've never been killed here before. What? That's my first time dying here. A lot of firsts. Oh my goodness. I've never died there. I've never gotten sniped before. That's really weird. But hey, it's good to show some unfortunate luck that can happen. But that definitely doesn't happen. That's for first for me. Yeah, we go through this. Oh man, I'm flubbing everything right now. I am not ready. We're supposed to do a jet jump through there, but I messed it up. I'm not doing a very good showing. I'm really nervous. Yeah, we did some movement optimizations there. I messed up really bad. This is where Pizza Strat would have saved this time. If we hit it correctly. So they're called pieces because you could throw like grenades through that collision. If they hit, there's a little new development here to show off. If we get both pieces, we can line up and jump here and get to this room early. Very cool bit of movement and like out of bounds. Not super practical in the main run. Mostly depends if we had to get the pieces to be able to do it. We tried to set up an infinite sprint there, we missed it. A lot of nerves in this, trying to do my best to describe everything. But we missed the infinite sprint, so we just do this instead. Jump here. Go up here. Lock on the guide source so I keep track of where he is. Be very careful. And he's dead. But you have to be careful not to kill guys who are too quick, because the game can soft lock if you kill them before the ejective pops. So that's why you have to be careful. So how I'll do this is like, anytime I mess up something, I'll do a side-by-side with the insert another clip at the top right, just to show how it's actually supposed to be done. So you can see like how it's supposed to be and like the mistake I made. It was easier to see what was supposed to happen. Camino's pretty much about as about I play as casually, but there's a trick called out of bounds. There's an out of bounds here that we use as boba. So we spawn as boba, hopefully get a good spawn. We have to manage our jet fuel pretty well for out of bounds. We do this. We jet here. I goofed a little bit. Nerves. Oh my goodness, I am flubbing a lot. We do this. Nerves are getting to me. We're just showing off. We do this, and we pick up the flag with the while jetting, and we do this. Thankfully, I didn't flip out of bounds, so you got to see it here. So you gotta see some out of bounds there. Good stuff. I actually kind of wonder if that's faster. This up in the sprint there. Yeah, flubbed a little bit from nerves. I accidentally fired my flamethrower, which left you out of like pressing the death button. A lot of nerves there, but you got to see how to bounce. Did it first try. It's very cool. It can be tricky to learn. And it can soft lock you if you miss it. So that could be a reset point if I miss it. I made a mistake here. I didn't grab ammo. From talking too much. But this is fine. I can just grab some extra ammo. I can sit die next ammo droid for an extra second. Not a big deal. So from here we just death pack on just use death pack on these. We sit by the ammo droid here. Throw a death pack here. Last one. Now we do an instant respawn here. We spawn as the heavy. We snipe this first one. Then we just finish off with a pistol. Quick swap here, and then gun this down. It's very hard to like commentate the run while doing it at the same time. Describe the run. It's very hard. Now here's a level that I did my own personal touch on. It's not necessarily faster, but it's a cooler way to do this up. Setting up everything on Death Star just to get a little flashy. I love it. It's another instance of using the remote rocket to trigger the objective early. In this case, it's triggering the going to the hangar objective, which is the very first one you get. So, we do this. We spawn as heavy. And then we wait here. Wait for a few seconds. Then we fire. I fired too early because I'm nerved. Then I spawn a sniper. I go over to this corner. I set a turret. And I turret clip. There you go. First try. Very, very cool thing that I found with some help with Mont. Another big community member. Did a lot of tech work for this game. Shout out to Mont. So we sit here. So for a note about the game, every kill within a command post capture zone gives you double points, which is what we utilize there to get Dark Trooper faster. Very cool slide there I managed to get. So then I spawn Dark Trooper, get here quicker. Spawn a sniper real quick to kill the rebels that spawn over there. Alright, spawn Dark Trooper for the turret despawns. Then I clip inside. First try! Let's go! And then we kind of chill here for next little bit. Until just before the next objective triggers. If we missed it, we would just go to what everyone else does. We go through back here. There's a little out of bounds set up all the way over there at the end of the detention hall on the right side tunnel. And we just jump to the top side above the command post we have to capture next. Check the map, make sure there's no rebels over there. I'm gonna kill these next couple, and then I'll start dipping. I want to zoom in with the Arccaster so I can see where I'm going. And then I'll walk here, and then we're chilling. We're here. Gotta be very careful about where I step. Now we use the Arccaster. So, funny thing about how the game works with it, so you look at the minimap on the top, you see where our arrow's pointing? Within that line of sight, if I'm holding the Arccaster down, the AI is scared of it and won't move forward. So I hold this for a few seconds, and then at the last moment, I throw a grenade. Gotta be careful not soft lock here. Then it soft lock. It's a cool bit of movement, and now, so we got the holocron pretty quick, and now, not holocron, the secret plans of the Death Star here. The totally secret plans. Then we do a little movement here, jet jump. Pretty nice slide. Very nice. Hey, this Death Star's going nice at least. I don't have to, like, show anything on the side. How it's supposed to go. Yeah. This is a pretty good Death Star, actually, all things considered. So from here, we wait till the capture. And then we start leaving. We do a jet jump here. We do a jet cancel here to slide to the end of the room and start recharging our jetpack a little earlier. We jump across this chasm. Hopefully we don't get popped by energy. Can't do another jet cancel. Get a beautiful jump to the end of the table. Push the heavy. That's a lot of rebels. We throw mine like here. I missed it bad. Oh my goodness. I hit the rocket at least. That's okay. It can happen to AGDQ from nerves. But it happens. Is there a Daxalessa here? There's not a Daxalessa here. But yeah, that's a good showing, Death Star. I think it's a really cool, like, thing I do there. It's pretty nice. Yeah, there. Polis Massa. So, very important to talk about. There's the auto-scroller in the middle, where there's a good, like, moment for donations while we're defending the objective. But also, this level is the most infamous in the game. In terms of the speed run. This level can end your run so fast. In a variety of ways. A special quirk about this level is that it spawns an uncapped number of Wookiees. Usually there's a cap on the amount of special, like, classes that can spawn. This level doesn't do that. Also, there's a lot of spawn RNG on this level that can be good and really bad. But yeah, there's an uncapped number of Wookiees, so we could very well eat a death on this first objective in the full run. If we're very unlucky. Like you see here, there's like 1 billion Wookiees on this command post. Good lord. Yeah. Yeah. My Medroid got destroyed. I was using his cover. That spawn right there I got is, I'm pretty sure, is God spawn. Which tips the trigger for all of them spawning here. But yeah, that's a lot of Wookiees. That can happen. Wookiees are the most dangerous class in the game to deal with. Especially in these tight quarters. There's not a lot you can do. And yeah, there's an uncapped number of them, so any number of them can spawn. Right there, there's like 6 of them, I think. 5 or 6. It was a lot. Very dangerous. And this next section is very dangerous too. That can also cost a lot of time if we get unlucky. Costs about 20 to 30 seconds, depending on our luck, how far we get if we die. We try to hit a raw infant sprint, but there's a step up ahead if we miss it. It is faster to hit one raw. Yeah, look at the number of Wookiees here. Just keep a track of that. I might die here. just from eating so much damage. Yeah, I'm dead. Yeah, this level's very, like, unfair. It's a very unfair level. Typically, it doesn't really matter how good you are. If the game wants you dead in this level, it will kill you. Yeah, there's a lot of rebels here. I'm gonna try to clear out some while I'm here. But yeah, we can lose like up to like 20 seconds to a minute on this level if we're unlucky. But in terms of for GDQ, not a big deal. That's why we give ourselves extra time. From here, we spawn as a heavy. Remember, set our spawn point back to Command Post 1. Whoa! Okay. What? Wow, okay. This is kind of insane. We're going to really showcase how brutal this level can be, huh? I need to hurry over here. Set to the remote rocket stuff. The game is not giving me time to breathe. We use a remote rocket here to trigger the ambush early, so that it can't capture the command post. Because what happens here is that usually there's a trigger that makes the AI, like, makes it so that those AI can, like, capture it. And they're given that property, but because we spawn them early, they can't do it. So I guess it's time for later. But yeah, this pulse is rough. This is a rough pulse massa. So it's a good time for donations of this part to run. Ugh. Hopefully the rest of it goes pretty smooth. We need to time things so that we leave at, like, right about 30 seconds. If I have to leave later, it's okay. So I'm leaving pretty late here, but I kind of had to. Because I could risk a defeat if I'm not careful. And we definitely don't want to defeat on this level in GDQ. So, watch the minimap, we're good. I'm gonna be a little late getting into position, but it's just how it has to be sometimes. So we go over here, in the tank. We jump up here, set that pack down, and then respawn. Then we spawn back in the hangar again, and then detonate it. Gotta be careful, because there's a lot of rebels here. My team didn't do so hot of a job defending this. Did I hit that? Oh, I barely missed it. Well, I definitely had no idea that rep that Boffin Spy was there. That would have been tragic. Yeah, this level's brutal. Alright, so here, Tanta 4 is the fastest level in the run. By a long shot. It's only about a minute, 20 seconds long. At worst. But there's a rough RNG at the start that where you can die. You can die pretty quick. The game loves to spam project grenades and rockets down at you in this little hall, so you gotta be careful. Spawn a sniper. Thankfully, we made it without a scratch, so we get into this corner, which gives the best chance of survival here. And we just try to kill as many rebels as we can. Pretty bad RNG here. There's a lot of rebels. We had to kill a lot of them. But thankfully, it wasn't the worst, so we didn't take much damage. Not a lot of rebels trying to get our way either. I said that, and then a rebel walked on the command post. So here, gotta be careful not to walk in too early, or the objective won't trigger correctly. So from here, we just do this. Throw a grenade up here. Do this. Boss Vader on this command post. It's a bit of cool movement tech here. Messed up, unfortunately, but I'll show like how it's supposed to look like in the top right. But still, really good recovery I made using an infinite sprint midair jump. There's a lot of movement tech in this game now. Oh, I messed it up. You're supposed to sprint attack into her. I haven't messed it up yet. Nerves. Nerves. Drink some water. Our name is split because of the fountain, but also a good reminder to drink water during this last part of the run. Yavin's Force first half is very dead. The second half is pretty chill after you capture the reflecting pool, which is the third command post you have to capture. Which is the third objective, funny enough. But the first two objectives, the second especially, where you have to capture Viaduct, is very, very, very scary. It kills a lot of runs. It's not easy. So from here, a special property about water in this game is if you throw a rocket into it, right as it's about to fire, right, like out, like here, you throw a rock, it causes the grenades to instantly explode. Doing a pretty good job of defending here. Push the Dart Trooper. And this is where we begin praying. So we do this. We do jet jump here, and we sit in this corner at the start, clear out these rebels that are in the way. We're getting a lot of damage. Rebels at this point in the run start getting really deadly. Especially Wookiees. Wookiees don't spawn on the final level, but thank goodness, because that would be the worst. And GDQ, I'm playing this like how I would play this in GDQ. Yeah, wait for the rockets to stop firing and then immediately go deal with it. We did a decent enough job. I'm gonna veer off and get this health pack because I really need it. Never mind, I can't see it anymore. Get in this position here, then we capture Practical Pool. That went pretty smooth, all things considered. That's a very easy point to eat a death. So... we switch to heavy, and we just chill for a minute. So we just defend the objective. This is a good time for donations. This is the last good point for donations in the run. This is like 2-minute auto-scrollers. Not much to talk about. No real setup work you have to do. Just defending the objective for a bit. Until like the last 30 seconds where you have to start getting ready to leave. So a good donation point in this part. This run is very hectic. Like you really need to take these times to breathe, because the game does not let up a single moment. I'm gonna clear out these turrets here. Why is our IFT almost dead? Excuse me? I want to do this, actually. Hold on. I need to go out of my way to do this. Hold on. This is really weird. It's kind of abnormal for this to be so damaged. I have to go out of my way to repair it. It's fine. It's really, like, causes any trouble in this auto-scroller. That's enough. You don't need it to be repaired too much, but enough to, like, not get killed. Then we get in the tank. We start lining ourselves up here. We can pretty much ignore the reflecting pool for the rest of this objective. They can't capture fast enough. So line up here. Get the tank lined up. Make sure we're prepared. Alright. Now we sit here, wait for the beacon to bomb the drop. Wait for it to pick up, and then we get in position, we jump off of this. And then we take the tank, get its position here, get the bomb planted. Spin around, just take a look for any rebels that might throw a grenade my way. There isn't, so I'm gonna get ready to jump. We go here. And we execute the rebels. They are dead. No more... Those are totally the rebel leaders. They aren't Bothan spies. They're... totally not Bothan spies. Alright.
After the battle,
Hoth is kind of, funny enough, not the most difficult level on the run. I would give that to Coruscant, arguably. Maybe Kashyyyk. But Hoth can be difficult. For various reasons. Forgot to hit the if sprint at the start. A lot of, like... It's fairly casual, honestly. Not too bad. But... the biggest threat on Hoth are the snipers. Snipers on Hoth, especially CTF as well, but this map, especially in Rise of the Empire, are very scarily accurate. They will snipe you from anywhere, and even if you get close to them, they don't do their usual behavior, where they'll, like, switch to their weapon for, like, in mid-range. No, they will blast you in close range unless you're up in your face. So we have to do this. We sprint here, throw a grenade here, crouch behind this for safety. This is for our safety. This is our safety net. This med droid and gonk droid are heroes. They are saviors. But we've made it smoothly. We could lose time here if we are very unlucky. I am, like, nerved a bit, so I missed it. We do jet jump here. The objective isn't too bad, it's just running to it, it's a little scary. Missed time to jump, but it's not a big deal. Just waiting for fuel anyway. Alright, so we made it. Actually, this is pretty smooth so far. So now here's the kicker. So you know how we've gotten to this point in the run? So if we get bad AT-AT RNG, this is kind of rough RNG so far. Hopefully they don't troll us. We sit in this spot to stay safe. But AT-AT RNG is basically the only thing that can, like, cause us trouble in the run, at the end of the run. Hopefully it's not the worst thing ever. So long as we can still see the shield generator, we can still do damage to it. That said, this is really rough, but it can happen. It's pretty workable. If we get really bad AT-AT RNG, it might take even longer. But that's kind of rare. So long as, like, you're quick about it and capture everything quick, those first two objectives quick, your AI shouldn't have time to troll you in AT-ATs. So here we spawned the shield generator. Look for Tauntaun. Oh, that's so annoying. Alright, we managed to get into the Tauntaun. We ride a little Tauntaun, our little guy. He's very, an oomphy, the oomphy Tauntaun. Then we jump in here. Wipe out the rebels. Be very scared of this sniper. On Hoth, you have to respect the snipers. You have to respect them. You can't disrespect them. They will murder you on sight if you aren't careful. Alright, but from here, the rest of the run's pretty chill, because we're playing as Vader. And then, yeah, we play as Vader, go all the way over here. Do a little back, I missed the backswing, but it's fine. I try to get fancy at the end, just to show off some movement tech. That's called if it's sprint jump I did. If it's sprint jumps, it's basically like... you'd have to watch my tutorial to better explain it. Basically, it is what it was. I said. It's basically what it sounds like. You do a sprint jump while an infinite sprint. So from here, we time this well. Hold left click to skip the cutscene, and then do this. We did a mid-air reset, a mid-air stall there to keep our inference sprint going. I did a mid-air reset there. And now we're in the home run. It's the very end of the run. Honestly, oh, I don't want to die as Vader. I want to show off movement tech. Nope, don't do it. It's pretty much a victory lap at this point. So we're going to end at about 47 minutes. Like a pretty high 47. Like a mid to high 47. Which is kind of what we're going to be expecting for GDQ. About 47 to 48 minutes. If, like, we don't get E to reset or have really bad RNG somewhere. Alright, I'm gonna start getting fancy now. We're gonna go flying. This stormtrooper has no idea what's coming. Thumbnail. Alright, but yeah. 47:44. Again, I'll show, like, in the top and somewhere in the screen of anywhere where I make a mistake, I'll show a clip of, like, what was supposed to happen, how it's supposed to look. So you get an idea of, like, what it should look like and what, like, yeah, the general idea there. But yeah, that is any percent. About a 47 to 50-minute run. And yeah. Anything that'll cause a defeat is very avoidable, so it should not happen in GDQ. I hope I did a good showcase and just explaining things. I'll do my best in the description to show things as well. And again, I'll show clips of, like, what I usually do, or, like, how things are supposed to go, so you get a better idea of what you'll see in GDQ if I can pull it off. So, thank you for listening to me ramble, yap. I hope I did a good job explaining things as best I can. I'm not used to this, it's very new to me, so I hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope to see this game get some attention in the GDQ, because it's like, a lot of developments happened this last year. There's a lot of, like, hidden depth in this game with the, like, movement tech, a lot of the cool, like, optimizations, and, like, being just generally good at the game. It's very cool, and it'd be cool to show it off. And with that ends the recording.